fuck it. You don't say fuck? No. Double dicking. Is that like dick to dick? What, Dad?
Dad, stop that.
Dad, what are you talking about?
Titties and beer. I thank God Almighty for titties and beer.
Whee! Another day, living the fucking dream. What are we looking at? Prairie Artisanale's Spicy Pickle Monster. See, I thought this was a love story about Matt and Miles and a finger. Okay, so it's a sour ale with spicy dill pickle, orange, lemon, lime, and it weighs in at 5.3%. Ooh, it's got a nice snap to it. I was kind of hoping this would fail as a drink and I could use it as mix. I smell ale and like pickle. More of kind of the dill kind of side of the dough. Cheers. That's actually quite thirst quenching. Yeah, of the dill pickle beers, I think that's maybe one of the better ones. Okay, let's start this shit show. Jolson on the Bloody Mary from Major Peters. Oh, what? Oh, 6 days ago. Probably because it's over here. He says we need cowbell. Due to a technical error, any cowbell requests past 48 hours are null and void. Sorry, Jolson. Then he says, sounds like Walls is on the ticket. Mike says, come on, Eric, all you need is just 3 lug nuts. It's also from 5 days ago. 5 days ago from Mike. Haven't seen or tried. Drink up full. Okay, so on the simple Bloody Mary mix, Smile Money says first bean first. Then Richie Poo says cheers all. Cheers. David J. fucking Brown says evening fellow hose monsters. While we suck on a spicy pickle monster. Smile Money says my brother-in-law used to claim food poisoning every time his hangover was exceptionally bad. Christine wasn't drinking, so maybe it was psychosomatic from watching you overdrink. That very well could have been. Yeah, I evidently did a really good job of it because I've taken her out now, taken her down and out now for what, 4 days? Tom says it's not very long, but it sure is thin. I hope we can continue to hear about Tom's penis long into the future. Meanwhile, Mr. 27 says 8th. What the? Damn it. Then he says intro babe is yummy. And Smile Money says, Eric, the Air Force 2 video was from a satire website. It says so right on the video. Well, if it's the one that I sent you the link, that was sent as an explanation of supposedly the real thing. This all started from that fucking piece of shit that's always like facing the video going, and Donald Trump is doing that. Yeah, this video was billed to be absolute proof as to how many people show up for one of their events. So if the video you're watching says satire and it's the link that I sent you, then that's one thing. I'm talking about one that's been seen in the news. I saw the original breakdown on it from the Old Millennial. And there was nothing in any of the comments that had come from a satire site. It supposedly was used as an actual news feed showing everybody how popular camel toe. I mean, what is the latest one I heard? It was brilliant. I can't remember. She is simply the worst choice. I mean, I feel sorry for anybody. I've seen the man on the street. Well, tell me one thing that she's done. You realize on her own site, she has no plan listed. Trump does. She does not. And then he's like, well, honestly, if she's really worth being president, why isn't any of the things that you want to happen, why did that not happen in the last 4 years under her? And I've heard it again, and I would be happy if someone could point me one way or the other, because I heard from a person who does this shit for a living, who said he could care less who the president is. The guy the house that I'm working in right now, he said that everybody tells him that the reason that Biden is having such a hard time is the 4-year rollover. In other words, I'm sure you have all heard this, but I've heard it totally called out as bullshit, but I keep hearing people bring it up. The reason Biden's having a hard time is Trump did so poorly 4 years ago that whatever happens during this president's administration is directly an effect of the previous one. Fuck you and fuck everybody that has anything to say that is true. Like I said, I watched a guy go, this is the bullshit that's brought up all the time. And it's brought up so that the weak-minded can think about it and then dwell on it. Under Trump, at the very end of Trump's 4 years, so if he was given if this was all because of running against Hillary, if this was all Obama's administration, then why at the end of 4 years was Trump's gas prices $1.78? Might have been $1.72 right here in Duluth. I don't know what the lowest in the country was. I'm here to tell you, I paid we'll just say $1.78. So now all of a sudden, McLean can send me pictures of a gas station with the gas at $6-something a gallon or whatever, and this is all because of Trump. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Unless the Economist or whoever that had the whole thing laid out over, 8 years of so and so, 4 years of so and so, 8 years, that kind of thing. It was like there is absolutely no proof to Biden is dealing with a poor Trump administration, and Trump got to look good because of Obama. Actually, what this guy pointed out is every time that a Democrat has been in charge, all of the numbers that are supposed to be good are bad, and all of the numbers it's the opposites all the time. Every time a Republican or a conservative is in the White House, all economy and taxes and all of the stuff that shows a happy little Sim City, those are all in place. So, don't even bother wasting your time trying to find the research, because I already listened to a guy whose job is money, not politics. Money, said there is absolutely no truth to the 4-year cycle about how the only reason Biden is doing bad is because fucking Trump fucked up so badly. I looked at Rick and I go, you know, that is a pile of bullshit that I've heard every time it's convenient. And you know why they have to say that? Because you are always saying that about a conservative that was in the office before. Your Democrat fucked it all up for everybody. You know, was it Trump who was tearing down the wall? Was it Trump whose administration allowed millions and millions of illegals into our country that we don't even know who they are, but now they're starting to find some of them with some kind of heavy-hitting weapons? And I'm sure that they brought them here to defend America. You know, well, they're taking a shit in a fucking hole in their backyard and then wiping their ass with their hand because they are pigs. Sorry. I digress. Smart Money, I did have a smart-ass comment, guilty as charged, probably more than one. Laugh out loud. Poco, Bloody Sunday sounds like my little sister's prom. Din says, you were there? Bad. Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Greetings, Captain. Greetings. Smile Money says, bull. I deleted some of my own comments. This will cover it. Bad. That might be the thickest mix yet. She's okay. Smart Money, I thought independent contractors had a tool belt with full-size tools. A multi-tool is just something I kept in my office desk and never fixed anything. Smart Money. I can't even imagine being me and not having the Swiss Victorinox multi-tool or a Leatherman on me my entire career, as it's always. I mean, the amount of times that I have actually cut holes in drywall with the bone saw, the bone saw that's on the Swiss Victorinox is incredible. I still think it's the best multi-tool out there. I know. I personally own, 4 or 5 different Leatherman models, and the Victorinox is hands down the best. As a matter of fact, I'd like to know where mine is. I might move that in the primary rotation because I'm pissed off that I broke the screwdriver. Fucking Betty! God damn it, Jolson! That bitch! I should have just had her buy me a whole brand new one. Just kidding. Don't show her this video. I'd really feel bad. I was glad I was able to break in to her house. Right. Actually, believe it or not, I actually got in her back door. I mean, old ladies need love too. Oh, yeah. Bad. I used my through night. I had my through night turn on once while I was putting it into my EDC pouch, but I knew it turned in when I slid it in. Oh, turned on when I slid it in the holster. I know mine was not on when I put it in the holster because I put everything together before I put it on me. But obviously, at some point in time, shit went bad. Oh God! Sounds like burrito night, for Christ's sakes. Alcohol abuse. Wonder if you could get you-know-who and Suri to argue with each other. That would be fun. Rich says, it might make a good Caesar. That's not bad. The pickle, here it's amazing, is I thought this was a pretty strong flavored, even though it's simple, a fairly bold flavored, probably because of its thick, Bloody Mary mix. Yet in here, I'm almost right back to just the pickle. Rich, if it is horseradish heavy, I would like it. Oh yeah, it's of all of the ones that say horseradish, I've had some of them that you couldn't even tell there is horseradish in them, and this one's pretty good. Problem is I don't think I have a light enough flavored beer to test how it would be like if I had just a regular old Hams or something. I don't remember liking this one all that much. This would be a good candidate to at least waste it on this. Right, Sharky? That's right. Yeah. Don't fall on my beer. So, Ellie. I think it'd probably be the best if we talked in some kind of a code. Now, I haven't had the chance to get in touch with you yet today, Jolson. So when you hear me say this, Jolson, I think we need to have a serious talk about possible scenarios that may be needed over, say, the next 3 to 4 months. I don't want to see. You can either do one of two things. You can either talk about it and have some people say that you're just a conspiracy theorist and or just trying to be dramatic, or just, like you like somehow enjoy riling people up or scaring people, that kind of thing. But I have some serious concerns over the lead up to Donald Trump being reelected. And a lot of my concerns aren't just doublespeak coming from guesstimators. I've actually seen a video of some higher up in the Democratic Party basically talking about what they plan to do if Donald Trump is elected. Basically, they are going to do everything probably to hurt him because they want to incite the next revolution. And if stuff like that were to actually go down, my number one priority, and this is where Jolson comes in, and or David, because we sort of have a tentative plan of the what ifs. But I seriously want to have a conversation Jolson and David about. I guess the analogy is I do not plan on getting caught with my pants down when it comes to my family, and when I say my family, I've already stated, Jolson, Teresa, and their kids, and Bunky and her kid. Oh yeah, that'd be David, and like me and Christine and Sam and Gage. When you actually have Democrats so brazen to say that they will not allow Trump to have another term, no matter what. And if the no matter what part, I think they've already tried the no matter what part, but if that were to go down, there is a lot of heavily trained Americans that are long, and I mean long past go time. I mean, if we were blue-haired, transgender, brain-damaged libtards, we would already have incited. I mean, look at what's already taken place in scenarios like George Floyd. I mean, when you actually have mind dead individuals rioting for a piece of shit that I could gladly say is gone. A drug-dealing, drug-using, woman-beating piece of shit. George Floyd, glad you're dead. I wish it could have happened sooner. And I wish it could have happened all on your own, so we wouldn't have had weak leadership like in Tim Wolf's, allowing what went down to spread around the world. But he was probably too busy bragging about how he carried weapons of war, and nobody should have. Nobody should have a weapon of war. No. Tampon Tim, your kind is exactly why our founding fathers guaranteed us that we would be able to get rid of you when you do exactly what you're doing now, and what people in your own party are freely talking about. What does it mean when if Donald Trump is elected, we will do whatever needs to be done to make sure he is not sworn into office? I'm sorry. And Smile Money, you're not going to find that on a fake website. Just like the stuff that the link might have just been showing how easily it is to do. Now, what I actually saw was news footage that was being bragged up by that, was it Charlie or Charles? I don't know, that annoying fuck that I wish his camera would blow up. He's like then it turns out he's paid by the Democratic Party. Yeah, he was one of several people that was going on about how this is just proof of how great Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim are, because look at the crowd that they gathered. No, that wasn't billed as the what if on a fake site. That was built as actual shit. And remember yesterday when I showed you my new favorite fidget spinner? I was going to do something. I was undecided between Ballistol and Wicked Wax. Well, this is the end result of using the Wicked Wax. I just, McLean, wait for it. I rubbed it in until it got really warm. And then I rubbed it a little bit more. And then when I was all done, I cleaned the mess up with a rag, and this is how it has turned out. I did not actually use the heat gun or anything like that on this. Bad. I don't think Craftsman sells replacement bits for their multi-tools. The only way I know is to send your surge back to Leatherman. Why are you talking about Craftsman and then talking about sending my... Cobra says Boner 2. B2 is a white peg. It is a misdemeanor. It's always that first shot, you know, it's like, oh God, Sharky. Every freckle is a descension, another level of descending into hell. And it certainly looks like it's going to be very warm for a long time. And yet, I am okay with that. Might have to wait on that. Cobra, what's your favorite James Bond movie gun? Like, I guess I would just, well, I've stated this over and over again. The Walther P99, when Pierce Bunghole's character J-Dog always corrects me on this. Tomorrow Never Dies. It's not the first GoldenEye. GoldenEye was Pierce Bunghole's first movie as Bond, and he does have the PPK in that one. It's in Tomorrow Never Dies that you first see the P99. I know Daniel Craig in Casino Royale. That's his first movie, and he has the P99 in there. But when they go to, oh my God, what were we talking about? When they go to Quantum, whatever, Solace, he ends up with the PPK again. So I don't know if this is just a movie thing, or if Daniel Craig went, you know what, I like to be more like Sean Connery, and you got to have the PPK. I mean, it's a movie, so I can shoot through a bulletproof vest with either anything you put in my hand, so I'd rather have the nostalgic version. There's been a lot of really cool guns. Speaking of Quantum of Silence, there was a Colt Double Eagle in that one. Skyfall, he's back to the PPK. Spectre. Spectre, at one point, he has an HK VP9. Spectre also has that Arsenal. The Arsenal 20. It's the 2011 double barrel 1911. I don't know why I'm distracted. It's the Dueler something. I think it'd be cool to own that gun. I mean, if someone gave it to me, for what they want for it, I would. You couldn't. No. No Time to Die has the one Beretta that makes my little heart pitter patter. I personally don't own a single Beretta anymore, but I really do want that M9A3 Cerakoted desert tan, threaded barrel. What else? She's going for the full 70s. The whole 70s look right there. I know. I can tell you over the series of years of movies, the gun that I had out the other day, the HK the P9S, that has been in a lot of Bond films. Surprisingly, I don't know. I guess I got to get that thing out to shoot it. No, I guess the Cliff Note version, Cobra's going, Jesus Christ, I didn't want to hear about every goddamn gun that was ever in one. See, Casino Royale, that had a lot of cool stuff in it too. Again, he carried the P99. There's a Ultra Star in there. That's a 9mm. Trying to think of what movie. I know I've seen the regular Star in one before. Casino Royale. There's also a Jericho, a 941 Jericho in there. I can't think of which one. I know there's one that they actually have the Jay actually has it right now, the Star, but no, the Walther P99. I had to have one, and actually it's a, how do I say, it's an on-duty gun, but it's also the walking around gun. There's an extra mag for it in the Star Trek room. There's an extra mag for it on the table on my side of the couch. So if I'm ever walking around with it, there's a loaded extra mag. And I had tastes like cotton candy. I had my own screw up today. I wore the 1791 EDC organizer with the Leatherman, you know the thing, not the Signal, the big Leatherman, and it did fit okay in there. I switched flashlights. I switched to one that had the button on the top, no buttons on the side, and I switched out my reel steel in case I actually have to destroy it at work. I don't want to wreck my reel steel. I switched to the Kershaw, the one that Jay Wolf recommended, and I went out and got the one that has the glass breaker on one end. Unfortunately, the belt clip broke. I'm sure I could. It's a Kershaw. I'm sure I could easily, but because of the flipper, if you put it in glass breaker in the skinny end of the knife, it can only go so far in the leather compartment for it before the knife starts to get flatter, and the little nub from the flipper would stop it from being able to fall out of the. So that's the three things that I had in there. Normally, though, it's like when I'm at work, usually I leave the extra mag, like in the case of working in a house that knows that I'm strapped, I will take, just so I don't have to deal with the extra weight or bending over and hitting it when I'm on my side or whatever. The extra mag, and it's just a regular pair of Carpenter blue jeans, so there's only one pocket right here, which I don't like because it's on my weak side. So if I have to do a mag change, I'd have to like switch hands to hold the gun for a second. And then because the button's on this side, I'd have to like do the mag thing, something. Yeah, I still had an extra mag in it from over the weekend when I carried Scott's, the SIG in 45, and I'm like, oh, not only do I have an extra mag in my pocket taking up weight, but I don't have an extra mag for the VP9 at all. We'll have to hope that the end of the world doesn't go down today. Not a real redhead, but she might taste like it. McLean, have you ever tried olives and olive juice in beer? Nope. See it all the time though. You go out to a bar or something, and it's always a woman, which is probably another sign. Always, yeah, could I get a couple green olives in my beer? Now, it does have to double down on an IPA that I did not like. But, Rich, I'm thinking this would be really good in the right beer. Good news is I got this over at the Subi store, so it's already a place I frequent at least once a week. I might have to get another bottle. I was planning on getting a bottle of Nana's just for the beer purpose, but yep, none at all at Super One. Very disappointed. Wade, we need a Hawk 2 spit on that thing button. I've been looking for one, but nothing yet. God, I can't believe that there hasn't been one of those out yet. Wade, rechargeable batteries can go bad while being charged and cause fires. Ask me how I know. You watched a YouTube video? Jolson says J3. J3 is a miss. Jolson, we need more cowbell than that. Then what? Cowbell haters unite. Should get a petition going. In 3. In 2. In 1. Fucking cowbell. Mr. 27 says, next on the Brew Bummy Show, cross-country bike riding to find the best pubs to drink at. Sharky, cheers all. On the right channel. Wow, here we go. Come on. Sharky says, fuck it, 5. F5 is a misdemeanor. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Sharky says 24 minutes, 57 seconds. That's a negative Ghost Rider. No shine. I'm at 20. I don't even know what the first one was. Oh yeah, the stock round. Sharky, the first Dutch one was almost there. Handreiking is not a reach around, but a lend a hand. The McLean can watch was good, as was don't shoot that. Laugh out loud. Sharky, contact Leatherman and ask them. The screwdriver is part of the tool, not like on my Charge TTI Mutt or my red Signal and your green one. Those bit drivers are sweet. Oh yeah, you're talking about how you can. Yeah, this is. Yeah, they'll probably tell me I have to send it in, but yeah, I suppose I could, at a bare minimum, try emailing them. Sharky SH, old school wrestling is cool, but, laugh out loud. Multi-Gunman says, it's about time I got here. Second to the last comment, I would say. And Din says, take a sip and toot your own horn. Well, I guess I'm just going to finish this because I'm sure Christine is raring to go. Need to run to get meds and I don't know, maybe DQ something different. So technically that's not a horn, right? This one is the horn. Okay, I realized this was more of an episode than Does It Mix than, say, the last episode of Does It Mix. I was hoping that I didn't like these as a regular beer and I could just use them for this purpose. Here's the strange thing. I think the balance of the pickle flavor and the sour and the beer all works really well when you don't F with it. Putting it in the Bloody Mary mix, all I could really taste was pickle. And I don't mind adding a little dill juice to your Bloody Mary, but I don't know. Maybe this needs to be a lower percentage or something. I don't know. On its own, I like it. On its own, I don't know. I'd give it an 8.5. But, you know, it's also everything it says it is. It's a sour ale with spice. I don't know about the spicy part. I think that might have been the same comment that Stephen Bush had. There's really no spice. Dill, yes. Spice, no. Going to the club and we're going to get out of here. Hey, Jolson says the 200 Sunny Slopes Club doesn't need any cowbell at all. Excellent. Bad says, hi, clubbers. Bad. And Mr. 27 says, Brew Bomi Club time for big can reviews of Brew Babes. Yes. Kind of looking like she's doing her Daisy Dukes right there. 3 seconds ago, Rich says, cheers, clubbers. So that means if I waited around a couple more seconds? Okay. Tell you what, just for smile money, we are going to hang out here until I see a girl that would be worth a wrecked marriage. This one isn't it. Depending on my moral code at any particular moment in time, this could be the next girl, or we could still be here in 10 hours. Maybe I won't say wrecked. Oh shit! It's the brew. It's the brew girl. Okay, we're done. Hey, I'll hit the refresh button. The smile money isn't here. It's because I literally almost got caught with my pants down. So we will more than likely see. Yeah, probably. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Only in the driveway.